So Halloween Kills is a sequel to the 2018 Halloween movie just called Halloween that's actually a sequel to Halloween that retconned all the Halloween sequels before it. So following the events of the 2018 Halloween movie, Halloween Kills follows Laurie Strode's acquaintance played by Anthony Michael Hall. Everyone finds out Michael Myers is still out there, so it's like, all right, let's get a mob together because mob mentality. Why have Freddy Krueger go after Michael Myers when you can have Dunning-Kruger? Much more dangerous. And usually I start out with like, oh, what I liked about the movie. What I liked about this movie were the concepts that they didn't actually stick the landing to. Like, I appreciate that the movie has a lesson to give about mob mentality and the dangers of fear. Not the first movie on Earth to do that by a long shot, but I appreciate the attempt. That said, it is a bummer that it came across really pretentious, like this movie was so far up its own fucking ass. What's Laurie Strode gonna do in this movie? Well, wince in pain in the hospital and then give a monologue at the end. That's what she does. It's a classic case if they built the marketing around that character and that character just gets sidelined for someone else. And I'm not even looking for a great Halloween movie, just at least a fun one. Even the bad Halloween movies, I can still have fun with because for the most part, they lean into what they are and they own it. There was no such leaning here. This movie did not know. This movie was like that head chef or restaurant owner in Kitchen Nightmares. You ever watch Kitchen Nightmares? I love Kitchen Nightmares. Just easy, casual watching for me. Anyhow, Halloween Kills is like a head chef or a restaurant owner in Kitchen Nightmares where they're like, this is the best meal you're gonna find on the coast. We're 5-star cuisine. It's like, you're not? And you don't know you're not. And that's the problem. This movie took itself way too seriously to actually be a fun slasher Halloween movie. But then I got mixed signals as to whether or not it's taking itself seriously at all. Like there are moments where it's like, you have this heavy moment. Example. There's this heavy moment about mob mentality and then this mentally ill patient throws himself off this roof and splats on the ground and you see their busted up brain just outside the skull. You see their body just on the ground. I was like, you can't mix that kind of gore with a heavy moment like that, with a message like that, or I suppose you can, but this movie didn't do it well. And speaking of the gore in Halloween Kills, the gore felt gratuitous, you know? There was no style to the killing. This is the kind of gore you throw on screen because you're trying to hide the fact that you can't come up with a creative kill in your movie. And that's what Halloween Kills comes across as, just a complete lack of creativity and trying to hide it under the guise of like, no, we have a message and it's a good one. Oh, that's not landing? Here's a bunch of blood. Whereas the 2018 Halloween movie I felt was creative and it did justify its own existence and justified the retcon that it did. This movie does what you might fear it does, which is have a severe case of sequelitis. In the sense that the 2018 Halloween was probably supposed to be the one and done thing and it was well received and they were like, well, I guess we should make another one. But at that point, whereas the previous Halloween movie was inspired, this movie just doesn't know where to go. Feels like it chases its own tail and concentrates on all the wrong people and all the wrong characters. Sorry, but Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, kind of a thing with this iteration, with this interpretation of Halloween. I get that it was random chance that threw them together in the first place. In the last movie, it was the weird doctor guy that threw them together again. But point is, they are thrown together now. And you can't have Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode just to have her be like, all right, just sit in the hospital and do not much. And since you see it in the trailers, I suppose I'll talk about it. That scene where Karen takes Michael Myers' mask. Didn't like that they did that. You never get a real clear shot of Michael Myers, but you see more than you probably should see for longer than you should see it being Michael Myers. And then in the end of this movie, no spoilers, but I will say there's just zero payoff. I just left the movie theater going, sweet, I sat through all of that for no payoff, so I'm going home, and I guess I'm going to talk about this movie. What a bore fest. And that's the real metric right there. It's like every October, there are movies that I watch, Halloween movies that I watch, From Dusk Till Dawn, Halloween, the 2018 Halloween movie. I haven't had a lot of time with it, but I've ended up watching it in the subsequent Octobers since its release. But this isn't it. I can't see myself watching this every year. In fact, I can't see myself remembering this in T-minus 1 day. Yeah, I've already forgot. Damn it, what a bummer. All right, so Halloween Kills, my hope for future Halloween movies. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. Or what's your favorite Halloween sequel? You know, maybe the Halloween sequel that people hate on, you're like, yeah, but I like it. Again, whatever it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.